Hello friends, my name is Renuka. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the new series Sunny Side Up. So today we are going to make two tropical cards and I'm using Sizzix and Tim Holtz dies here. I'll use a little bit of MFT's dies also, and some kind of mix and matching with the same paper pad. If you don't watch the previous video in the same series, I suggest you go ahead and watch that. So I just dug it out these masks and now I'm choosing the shades of brown here, and kind of I decided to go with the tea dye color. You can go ahead and use anything. Now this paper which I dyed out this mask is having kind of vertical lines, but if you have the wood grain paper that's gonna work really nice for this technique. And I'm kind of pushing those color inside those lines so that it is kind of giving me more depth in that mask. And then I'm adding vintage photo. So here I'm kind of adding more and more colors just to get a more variation. Now I'm using a dark brown color from the water based markers. You can use alcohol markers too. I just feel that if it is watercolor marker, it kind of mixed together a little bit well, and if I miss something or I just add excess, I can wipe it off by adding just a little bit of drop of water. Then I'm just adding color and then I decided to introduce a red also there. So I decided to add a little bit of red, and these are masks that you can fully die cut out and make a hole and cut out of them, but these things I just use the whole thing. I didn't make them apart, and I really like the whole look. And in the second card you can see that how you can use the another technique. Now here's the paper and I'm using this die cut which is from the Make a Smart Die of the Month kit. This frame is kind of unique and I really like that, and I decided to use first of all the brown paper. And now I'm here preparing for the second card. Here I'm using the same mask, and I use the vintage photo color and put the ranges enamel glossy accent, and somehow I didn't like that afterwards, but you can use the clear embossing and that we're gonna work together. So here I'm using kind of all the stitch rectangles, and then I use one Sizzix square for cutout, and it kind of gives the polarized frame effect to it. I'm adding again a brown color from vintage photo, and then I decided to add a little bit of salty ocean. First of all, I thought that I will put that inside and create kind of layering with all those frames, because that pattern paper having lots of fun images or the fully tropical thing. But then I decided to add just the bigger frame and the inside one. So here you can see that I'm working simultaneously on the two cards, and this is the way how I work. I love to make more than one card at a time. So here I'm just giving a little bit of time to drying out the things, and just took one pen here to get a little bit round kind of thing, so this marks looks more realistic. And then I just add two foam tapes to it. Then I'm using this sky blue color cardstock, and I decided to add that frame on it, not on the brown, just to pop those images more with the bright and vibrant colors here. Then decided to add a little bit of yellow, kind of making new technique here. It's kind of, these are the embossing paints from Rangers, and they came in a set of two. I'll link all the products below in the description box as well as on my blog. So here I'm writing down with the pencil and decided to emboss these by using that Rangers black embossing pen. And what happened when you emboss with the black embossing pen, if you miss something where you didn't apply the powder, it will give and little bit time you rectify your actually the wrong things there if you miss out something, some part. And then I just hit embossed all the things, and it says relax and enjoy. Somehow I changed that afterwards because I thought it's more prominent, but I don't want to cut this part because I want to show this technique. Then I hit set all the things, and it's really looking nice as a single thing here, as a banner. And then I'm deciding to add just a little bit of pop of color that bright. And whenever you're choosing the pattern paper, just choose colors from whatever you have in pattern paper, so it kind of match all together and you don't have to think much. And now I just decided to put those mask on there, but somehow it felt a little bit empty, so I decided to add more tropical leaves there. So these are shades of yellow and greens. I already tagged out these from the plain paper, and these are the same dyes by the Tim Holtz, and only the one leaf is there from MFT. So I'm kind of putting all the things together and seeing how it gonna work, hiding some of the leaves behind that panel and putting a little bit kind of wonky. I'm not putting everything in like fully straight thing. It's kind of fun and relaxing cards, and somehow you can change this card by adding more things like happy, traveling, or relax, or enjoy your holidays. Or if someone is going on a vacation, you can say that vacation. Or if someone is enjoying their special day there, like the birthday or something like that, you can put there also. So I'm just kind of creating here a full tropical theme, kind of enjoying theme kind of thing. And you can put the straws by making that and make those mask like glasses, so for a drink or a cooler. So for the next card, I just decided to add more pop of color, so I used to take the yellow color there. Then I'm using one Hero Arts acetate. These are the small acetates, nice and sturdy. I put that half and kind of making shaker there. So I decided, why not make this something different? So I decided to add a conflict that says happy birthday. I bought that conflict just from, I don't know, the Party City, yeah. And you can go ahead and add anything in your shaker. It's just a fun thing. So I go ahead and decided to use those here. And this is kind of tropical happy birthday card. So I'm really happy that how it turns out. So after that, I'm just putting little bit pencil mark here because I don't know how much I needed. I just cut out a little bit extra, so I have room to move that shaker and kind of making everything straight and nice. Then these are those cornflakes I'm talking about. Then I decided to add one on the paper so that it will not fall all of them in the bottom. So it will also act as the sentiment for my card. And then I just put the rip off the double-sided tape, and here you can see that I'm kind of that sequence is kind of jumping here and there, and this time I really forgot to remove the tape. So before you add the sequence, always remove the tape backing first and then add your sequence. And then I just put all the things together here, and it's kind of thing that Polaroid frames photo is coming out of the frame. And then again I decided to add little bit of greenery in the background, and I used the bigger frame from the previous card we made. I'm just putting little bit of these is from MFTs, and then I just add everything with the help of the liquid glue. Use liquid glue, it will give a little bit no room to move everything. And then I'm just decided to add this thing. Now afterwards you see me, I'll cover that because I don't like the enamel embossing effect, but I think if you go ahead with the clear embossing, that's gonna give a more nicer effect than this one have. Maybe I'll try that for next card or something else. I'm adding little bit of Nuvo drops. These cards are quite simple and easy to make. You can make them like a party invitations too, cause you can make them in a bulk. Rather than putting all the details, you can just add those mask and little bit of greenery. So here I cut out the one of the mask again from the same pattern paper by Doodlebug, and then I cut out the same mask with the green plain pattern paper, and I'm gonna add that over this. Now why I'm coloring this, I want kind of depth to some of the areas there. So yeah, and then I decided to add these with the I'm using here a transparent glue glossy accent, so cause it's a really delicate mask. So add little bit drops all over the back side of that mask, and then I'm putting these on that brown one, and then I'll little bit add more color like brown and red to pop everything out. Now you can do a total inlay technique here, which I didn't do because these are really intricate dies, but yeah, you can do that also. So I just put the whole thing onwards, and this completes the 2 cards. I hope you kind of liking this series and the tropical card. If you want to see more, stay tuned with me. You can follow me on Facebook, Pinterest and Instagram too. And if you missed the first part, that how I create this kit, I'll link that. So until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Bye bye.